Hello, I am Jala. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a grammar lesson. I'm gonna speak about the past simple tense form, one of the most used tense forms. So let's get started. The past simple is a tense form which happens in the past. It has no connection with now. We use it for past actions. The actions happened before now. The past simple is formed by two ways. As you know, the verbs can be regular and irregular. For regular verbs, we add the suffix ed. For example, work, worked, start, started. Pay attention to the pronunciation. If the verb ends in t or d, we pronounce the suffix ed like this, id. For example, start, started, add, added. But if the verbs end in this, we pronounce t. Finish, finished. Click, clicked. Work, worked. And when the verbs end in this, we pronounce d. Play, played. If the verbs are irregular, we change them from the roots for the past simple. For example, meet, met, grow, grew, begin, began. And make sure that you know the list of irregular verbs. You can use the past simple tense form with these adverbs of time. Yesterday, ago, last week, last year, last summer. In the past, in my childhood, in my youth, and so on. For example, I bought a new book yesterday. I met my friend last week. I think I saw him 2 days ago. We can also give the exact time for the actions. For example, I started my work at 5 o'clock yesterday. I had my breakfast at 8 in the morning. If one action is followed by another action, in the past, we use the past simple. We entered the cafe, ate lunch, and paid the bill. I bought a present for my mom, gave her, and it made her happy. When you talk about your habitual actions in the past, you can also use the past simple. For example, I usually got up late in my childhood. I never drank coffee. I never took a bus to work. I seldom read a newspaper in my youth. When we need to make the sentences negative, we use the auxiliary verb did plus not or didn't. I met him yesterday. I didn't meet him yesterday. Pay attention. When we use didn't, we don't say met. Instead, we use the infinitive form. We don't say, I didn't met him. We say, I didn't meet him. I started my work last week. I didn't start my work last week. We don't say, I didn't started my work. Instead, we use the infinitive form. When we want to make the sentences interrogative, we use the auxiliary verb did at the beginning of the sentences. For example, did you meet him yesterday? We don't say, did you met him yesterday? When we use a did, we never use the past form of the verb. We use the infinitive form of the verb meet. I started my work. Did you start your work? So, as you see, the past simple tense form is not so difficult. You can make up your own sentences in the past simple tense form and write in the comments. I hope to see you again. See you!